Hello everyone. I hope you are having a fantastic week. My name is Lisa and I'm with Lisa Capen Quilts, and I'm coming to you today with some really fun and exciting news. I've been working on this for quite some time. Last summer I mentioned in a video that I was working on a mystery quilt. Well, I finally buckled down and I finished all of my quilt patterns. So let's just take a sneak peek and a teaser look at my quilt. I know this looks like a lot, and let me explain some details to you. This is going to be a throw size quilt. The quilt is going to measure 52 inches wide and 72 inches long, so a perfect cuddly size quilt, or a quilt that you can drape over the sofa or even hang on a wall. It'll also be a great size quilt that you can fold up and take with you in a backpack to the beach or to the park. And it's going to be lovely. I can't wait for this quilt to be made so that you can see what it's going to look like. Let's go over some of the details of this quilt. There will be 12 unique quilt blocks. If you've ever seen a sampler type of quilt, that is sort of the nature of this quilt. Each block is going to be a different size, and each block will have its own unique pattern. In this series, I will show you paper piecing. We will do applique several different ways and some patchwork. So a bunch of different quilty techniques all into one quilt. So if you are a beginner, I did keep you in mind, and that is one reason why we're going to make the videos each week, because I'm going to walk you step by step on how to make each one of these blocks. And it's a quilt for beginners and advanced quilters alike. So I hope that you really join in no matter where you are level-wise in quilting. There will be 13 videos to this quilt series. Every Sunday, probably in the afternoon, I will upload and publish a new video for this series. I'm doing 13 videos because at the end of all of our series, after we've made our 12 blocks, we're going to come together on that 13th video, and I'm going to show you how to piece them all together. I will be using my 2-inch grid set, the throw size page from that grid set, to assemble my quilt, or to organize and lay it all out and piece it together, and we will do that at the end. I want to talk to you about the cost involved for this quilt pattern. Like I mentioned, there are 12 different quilt blocks. 6 of them I am giving away for free. So if money is tight, I do not want to exclude you, and I certainly want you to get involved. Every other week will be a free week, meaning the video will be, the pattern will be in the description box below the video, and it will be in my Dropbox, and so it'll be free for everyone to jump down in the description box and grab that quilt pattern. It is the same size quilt pattern as my monetized quilt patterns, and they're really a lot of fun. So 6 of them will be free, and you could probably incorporate them into other quilts or make them as their own quilt. So many different things you could do with the 6 blocks that I am going to give to you. You could even assemble the 6 blocks and make a crib size quilt with the free ones. The other 6 will cost $2.50, and so if you do plan on making the whole throw size quilt, the total cost when we are done will be $15 for this quilt pattern. I am going to go to the Dollar Tree and get myself a 3-ring binder and some little clear sheet pockets, and put each week into its own little pocket and have a binder just for this quilt. Let's see how to get the patterns. Okay, I just mentioned the free ones will be in the description box below the video, and those will be every other week. We are starting with a free week. So the first block I am giving to you as my little present. The monetized blocks, the 6 other blocks, a link to my Etsy shop will be in the description box of those videos. and it will bring you straight over to the listing. You can download it straight from Etsy. As soon as you purchase the block, it is available for you to download, so you can get busy that Sunday afternoon and start sewing. I think that is the information about this quilt. So let's go over some of the supplies you're going to need for this quilt. Again, the quilt does measure 52 inches wide by 72 inches long. For the top, I call it background fabric. I don't want to give too many of the details away. If you want to purchase fabric specifically for this quilt so that it all ties together and it all blends together, I would say 3.5 yards of background fabric, all the same, or coordinating. And then you're going to need lots and lots of scraps. Different size scraps is awesome and just right for this quilt. The quilt backing, you will need 4.5 yards, and I forgot to put this on here when I made this little sheet, but you'll need 1/2 yard for the binding, unless you want to use your quilt back. If you want to use your quilt back, the 4.5 yards is plenty. And then the batting, you will need 4.5 yards if you are buying it off the bolt, and if you're buying a packaged batting, buy a packaged batting that is at least 52 by 72, probably like a twin size, and we'll cut it down. So I think that is everything that I needed to go over. Of course, if you have questions about this quilt, jump on down to the comment section below this video, or you can join me on Facebook or send me a message through Etsy, and I will be glad to answer any of those questions. I am excited. Tomorrow I will be making my first block for this quilt and the video, and I guess I will see you on Sunday. This is going to be a lot of fun. See you then.